Hi, so this is Dave Thompson here with a quick video of some new functionality regarding layer legends in Excitech FM, and also covering some existing functionality which is relatively new, but so some people may not be aware of. Okay, so I've got our standard demo model here with a department layer turned on, and of course I see a legend at the top corner which is currently showing me the color of the department, the title of the department, the number of locations, so the quantity, and also the total square footage for that department. Now, the existing functionality, which is relatively new, so you may not be aware of, is you can now click on this legend on a particular line, so not just anywhere on that legend. It will change depending on where you click as to what you see. So just click on that top one. So here on the legend it said there were 10 locations, and sure enough we can see 10 locations down here. We can see the square footage for each, which was one of the things we were outputting on the legend. And also I can access the actual location directly from the legend. I can also choose filter, which will filter the floor plan layout based on this particular department in this case. And I can unfilter that. Okay, so the new functionality is we now have the option of adjusting the legend, and you can create multiple variants of how you want the legend to appear. So as I say, at the moment we're seeing the title, quantity and total square footage. So we can swap to a different one. Now I've got a daft one I created earlier, which was the department with the sum of the x of the coordinate in the background there. Let's just reveal that. Okay. And if I want to create a new layout, what I can do is I can go to New Legend and hit Edit, and it will default to the current layout. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give it a new title for the legend effectively. This is just for selecting it, it doesn't appear on the actual legend itself. So we're going to say cost code and room count. Okay, this page here is showing us a couple of things. Title at the top. This here is what we call the component tray. Now this is all of the possible fields that we could use. Now the ones like net usable, department title, and pref department title, these are the ones that are actually being used currently. Okay, so let's say we want to change this. So at the moment it's showing down here the pref department title. Now we could type the new value in here. We could also type SQL expressions if you understand SQL. Or what we can do is we can say, well, rather than having the department title, let's just have the preferred cost code. Just going to find that in the list. Okay. Now, on certain layers, there are various different cost codes, and you want to make sure you're using the same cost code that's used to actually colorize the layer. Okay, so we've dragged that down here, and it changes that. Now, if we want a prefix for that, we could literally just type in cost code, say cost code equals for the sake of it. Okay, we can also put a value in for when it's blank, so not known. Okay, and we can put a suffix if we want. Okay, we've then got these values. Now this one here is just a count. Okay, so this is where it's counting the actual thing, so we just put a 1 in here. Okay, and at the moment it's using the net usable, which is the square footage or square meterage of the area. Okay, so again up here, if we want to change that, so say we're not interested in the square footage, we're after the room count, so the numeric fields are in green. So what I can do is I can drag and drop, put that down here, and then I can change that to %, and that's changed that. Okay, now if I want to change the sequence in how they appear, I can also click and drag here to kind of change the order around as to how they appear on the final menu. If you're into doing it the hard way, you can also then go into advanced mode and you can see the traditional way. So this is what you'll be used to if you've ever used the layer configurator tool. This is how you tend to see it. Okay, and you see by dragging it, dropping, that expression 1, which was just the count, is here, and then 2 is here. So if we drag these around a bit, then you see how it's now 1 and 2. Okay. So let's save that. Come out of there. Let's go to our cost code with room count, and straight away in the background you should see it. So now it's saying cost code equals, so that's our permanent text, default text we just put in there, and then it's got the cost code, and then it's got the total of those room percentages. As I say, the room percentages are almost always 100 for every room, so it's just going to kind of be the count times 100, but it demonstrates the point. Okay, so we've got that. If we want it to go back to how the standard legend, we just choose the standard legend, and that's how it normally is. And anybody that now comes in to use this layer, whenever they click on here, they'll get that option of the cost code and room count. So that's a quick overview of how you can now adjust and define legends dynamically from within the floor plan viewer. Thank you very much.